What's up? How we doing today? Beautiful weather outside this day, this afternoon. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Someone mentioned what book I'm reading in the comments, so I figured why not at the start of every video I'd mention that I'm reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So without further ado, let's get into it. The subconscious mind, the connecting link, the 11th step to riches. The subconscious mind consists of a field of consciousness in which every impulse of thought that reaches the objective mind through any of the five senses is classified and recorded. From here, thoughts may be recalled or withdrawn as letters may be taken from a filing cabinet. It receives and files sense impressions or thoughts regardless of their nature. You may voluntarily plant in your subconscious mind any plan, thought, or purpose which you desire to translate into its physical or monetary equivalent. The subconscious acts first on the demanding desires that have been mixed with emotional feelings such as faith. Consider this in connection with the instructions in Chapter 2 on desire, for taking the 6 steps there outlined and the instructions in Chapter 7 on planning, and you will understand the importance of the thought conveyed. The subconscious mind works day and night. It draws upon the forces of infinite intelligence for the power with which it voluntarily transmutes desires into their physical equivalent. To accomplish this, it always makes use of the most practical media. You cannot entirely control your subconscious mind, but you can voluntarily hand over to it any plan, desire, or purpose you wish to be transformed into concrete form. Read again the instructions for using the subconscious mind in Chapter 4. There is plenty of evidence to support the belief that the subconscious mind is the connecting link between the finite mind and infinite intelligence. It is the intermediary through which one may draw upon the forces of infinite intelligence at will. It alone contains the secret process by which mental impulses are modified and changed into their spiritual equivalent. It alone is the medium through which prayer may be transmitted into the source capable of answering prayer. The possibilities of creative thought connected with the subconscious mind are stupendous and imponderable. They inspire one with awe. I never approached a discussion of the subconscious mind without a feeling of littleness and inferiority, due perhaps to the fact that the entire stock of knowledge on this subject is so pitifully limited. The very fact that the subconscious mind is a medium of communication between the thinking mind and infinite intelligence is, of itself, a thought that almost paralyzes one's reason. After you may have accepted as a reality the existence of the subconscious mind and understand its possibilities as a medium for transmuting your desires into its physical, monetary equivalent, you will comprehend the full significance of the instructions given in Chapter 2. You will also understand why you have been repeatedly admonished to make your desires clear and to put them into writing. The necessity of persistence in carrying out instructions will also become clear. The 13 principles are the stimuli with which you acquire the ability to reach and to influence your subconscious mind. Do not become discouraged if you cannot do this upon the first attempt. Remember that the subconscious mind may be voluntarily directed only through habit under the directions given in Chapter 3 on faith. You have not yet had time to master faith. Be patient, be persistent. A good many statements in the chapters on faith and autosuggestion will be repeated here for the benefit of your subconscious mind. Remember, your subconscious mind functions voluntarily, whether you make any effort to influence it or not. This naturally suggests you that thoughts of fear and poverty and all negative thoughts serve as stimuli to your subconscious mind unless you master these impulses and give it more desirable food upon which it may feed. The subconscious mind will not remain idle. If you fail to plant desires into in your subconscious mind, it will feed upon the thoughts that reach it as a result of your neglect. We have already explained that thought impulses, both negative and positive, are reaching the subconscious mind consciously from our 4 sources mentioned in Chapter 11 on sex transmutation. For the present, it is significant to remember that you are living daily in the midst of all manner of thought impulses that are reaching your subconscious mind. Without your knowledge, some of the principles are negative, some are positive. You are now engaged in trying to help shut out the flow of negative impulses and to aid in voluntary influence your subconscious mind through positive impulses of desire. When you achieve this, you will possess the key that unlocks the door to your subconscious mind. Moreover, you will control the door so completely that no undesirable thought may influence your subconscious mind. Everything that is created begins in the form of a thought impulse. Nothing can be created that is not first conceived in thought. Through the aid of the imagination, through impulses may be assembled into plans. The imagination, when under control, may be used for the creation of plans or purposes that lead to success in one's chosen occupation. All thought impulses intend for transmutation into their physical equivalent, involuntarily planted in the subconscious mind, must pass through the imagination and be mixed with faith. The mixing of faith with a plan or purpose intended for submission to the subconscious mind may be done only through the imagination. From these statements, you will immediately observe that voluntary use of the subconscious mind calls for coordination and application of all the principles. Alla Willie Wilcox, a famous poet and journalist of the late 19th and early 20th century, gave evidence of her understanding of the power of the subconscious mind when she wrote, "You never can tell what a thought will do in bringing you hate or love, for thoughts are things, and their airy wings are swifty than carry doves. They follow the law of the universe, each thing creates its kind, and they speed o'er the track to bring you back whatever went out from your mind." Miss Wilcox understood the truth that thoughts which go out from one's mind also embed themselves deeply in one's subconscious, where they serve as a magnet, pattern, or blueprint by which the subconscious mind is influenced while translating them into their physical equivalent. Thoughts are truly things for the reason that every material thing brings in the form of thought energy. The subconscious mind is more susceptible to influence by impulses of thought mixed with feeling or emotion than by those originating solely in the reasoning portion of the mind. In fact, there is such evidence to support the theory that only emotionalized thoughts have any action influence upon the subconscious mind. It is a well-known fact that emotion or feeling rules the majority of people. If it is true that the subconscious mind responds more quickly to and is influenced more immediately by thought impulses well mixed with the emotion, it is essential to become familiar with the more important of the emotions. There are 7 major positive emotions and 7 major negative emotions. The negative voluntarily injects themselves into the thought impulses, ensuring their passage into the subconscious mind. The positives must be injected through the principle of autosuggestion into the thought impulses that an individual wishes to pass on to the subconscious mind. Instructions have been given in Chapter 4 on autosuggestion. These emotions or feelings impulses may be likened to yeast in a loaf of bread before they constitute the action element, which transforms thought impulses from the passive to the active state. Thus may one understand why thought impulses which have been well mixed with emotion are acted upon more readily than thought impulses originating in cold reason. You are preparing yourself to influence and control the inner audience of your subconscious mind in order to hand over it to the desire for money, which you wish transmuted into a monetary equivalent. It is essential, therefore, you understand the method of approach to this inner audience. You must speak its language or it will not heed your call. It understands best the language of emotion or feeling. Let us therefore describe here the 7 major positive emotions and the 7 major negative emotions so that you may draw upon the positives and avoid the negatives when giving instructions to your subconscious mind. I really like this reality check kind of situation because it's very easy. I wouldn't say maybe not so easy, but to talk about the idea around trying to manifest or really embed in your brain or in your head or in your mind or your subconscious mind that you want to be successful or you want to be XYZ kind of person. But when it comes to reality or when certain situations arise, your emotions start to kick in, and then you start to realize your subconscious mind is not in full control. It is not yet your conscious mind where you're living the reality of a successful person. So in the case of drinking or in the case of hanging out or in the case of making very bad decisions, at the end of the day, you want to be successful or thinking long term in your subconscious mind, hey, I want to be successful. But let's say your friend offers you a drink, or let's say you make a very bad decision because of your emotions. I think that signifies a really good reality check of, hey, it's good to have that subconscious mind, thinking and manifesting, but try to control your emotions when it's needed. And I think that's very important. So I did kind of ramble a little bit there, but I hope that my message was clear on that. At the end of the day, what really matters is being able to control your emotions when it's most needed and make the right decisions. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Peace.